Far beyond the lands where seasons changed and shadows stretched across the earth, there existed a kingdom where night never truly arrived. Even at midnight, the sky shimmered in soft gold and pale silver, as if the sun refused to leave. The people lived in endless daylight, their lives untouched by darkness, their world bathed in constant warmth. They believed it was a blessing. At the heart of this glowing kingdom lived Princess Elara, known as a child of the sun. From the moment she was born, the sky had brightened, and the elders declared that her life was bound to the light itself. As long as she lived within the palace walls, the sun would never set. The kingdom flourished, crops grew without rest, flowers never closed, and the people never feared the unknown that darkness might bring. They celebrated the princess, guarded her, and reminded her constantly of the importance of her role. But no one ever asked how it felt to carry the light of an entire world. Elara grew up surrounded by beauty, yet separated from it. She was watched, guided, and protected at every moment. She was never allowed to step beyond the borders or experience anything that might disturb the fragile balance of their endless day. And so, while the world around her shone brightly, something inside her remained incomplete. She had never seen the night. She had never seen stars. She had never known what it meant to rest in darkness, to feel the quiet stillness that comes when the world pauses. To everyone else, the absence of night was a gift. To Elara, it felt like a missing piece of something she could not name. Sometimes she would stand at the farthest tower of the palace, staring out toward the distant horizon, wondering what lay beyond the glow. She imagined a sky filled with unseen lights, a silence untouched by endless brightness. And deep within her, a question began to grow. What if the light was not meant to last forever? One evening, as the sky shimmered in its endless twilight, Elara discovered something hidden deep within the palace, a sealed chamber long forgotten. Drawn by curiosity, she stepped inside. The room was cold, untouched by sunlight. At its center stood an ancient mirror, its surface dark and still. As she approached, the reflection she expected did not appear. Instead, the mirror showed her something she had never seen before. A sky filled with stars. The night was never gone. It was only hidden. We bound the sun to our crown, but the light has a cost. And I hold the key. A choice had taken something essential from the world. For the first time, she understood her role not as a blessing, but as a balance that had been broken. That night, if it could be called night, Elara made a decision. She left the palace. Slipping past the guards, she walked toward the edge of the kingdom, toward the place where the light weakened and the horizon blurred. Each step felt heavier, as though the sun itself resisted her movement. When she reached the boundary, she hesitated. Behind her lay everything she had ever known: safety, duty, expectation. Ahead of her lay the unknown. But something within her whispered that the world was meant to be more than endless day. With a steady breath, she stepped forward. The moment she crossed the boundary, the sky began to change. The golden light dimmed, fading into shades of blue and violet. The air grew cooler, quieter, as if the world itself was exhaling after holding its breath for far too long. And then, above her, the darkness opened. Stars appeared countless, shimmering, alive. Elara stood still, her eyes wide with wonder. The beauty of it overwhelmed her, not with fear, but with peace. It was not empty. It was not something to be feared. It was necessary. Behind her, the kingdom began to shift. The endless light softened, giving way to shadow. For the first time in generations, the people looked up to see the sky darken, to see the stars awaken. Panic rose at first, fear spreading through the streets. But then, something unexpected followed. Calm. The night did not bring destruction. It brought rest. It brought silence, reflection, and a beauty they had forgotten. Elara turned back, watching as her kingdom transformed not into darkness, but into balance. In that moment, she understood the truth. She had never been meant to hold the sun in place. She had been meant to set it free. The voice from the mirror returned, softer now. The light is not lost, it said. It simply shares the sky. Elara smiled gently, her heart no longer burdened, but whole. She returned to her people, a guardian of balance, a keeper of both day and night. And from that day forward, the kingdom changed. The sun rose and set. The stars came and went. Life found its natural rhythm once more. The princess finally understood that true light is not found in never-ending brightness, but in the courage to embrace the dark as well.